What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic early morning grind. I had some time this morning, and Mr. Pullout King, no pun intended, Demetrius Andrade pulled out another fight with rising fast track middleweight from Ukraine, Sergiy Derevanchenko. Excuse me for butchering his name. Negotiations started a week or two, after Andrade's easy win over Lantes Fox. Said, Sergey's team, they had pretty much agreed on everything. First and foremost, you haven't watched Sergiy fight with this Derevanchenko kid. He just had beat Derevyanchenko. He got 11 fights. He on the fast track, 32 years old. A lot of promise. Only 11 fights. And Andrade said, they pretty much agreed on everything, for this fight to be on the co-feature, to be the co-feature to Billy Joe Saunders and David Lemieux in Canada. Sergey's team reached out to Andrade. He said they pretty much had the deal signed and delivered. And the ninth inning, Demetrius Andrade team pulled out. He said his team had agreed to everything. They was down with they was down with fighting Sergiy. Sergiy was down to fight him. And at the last minute, they said Andrade said it wasn't enough time to train and get ready. And what I'm thinking is, he didn't suffer no damage versus Lantes Fox. So he didn't need a week or two off. And about the time, it would have been a 7 week between, getting ready and fighting Sergiy Derevyanchenko, whatever his name is. Sorry for butchering it. He would have said about, let's say, 7 to 6 weeks to get ready. And he was already in fantastic shape from the Fox fight. And, I ain't mad at him. At the end of the day, if you ain't ready physically and you don't feel like you're ready, you jumping back into war too quick, I understand. Boxing is a brutal sport. I don't know what Andrade got going on with his hands and his limbs and all of that type of stuff. But I do know one thing, that this dude is notorious for pulling out of fights, and then another opportunity to stay active and make another payday versus a guy with only 11 fights. Maybe that's just the respect that he's showing Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Maybe that's the respect that he's showing him, that at 11 fights, he ain't playing no roles. He wanted to fight the best and put Andrade on that body record, on their body resume. And maybe Andrade no, I'm good on that, bro. I need more times. And Peter Nelson, head of HBO Sports, is hoping for this fight to happen sometime early next year. I think Andrade should have took the opportunity and fought him. I mean, you ain't been active anyway. Last time you fought was in March. You fought in October. You should fight back in December and fight 3 times this year. Get your bread up. But like I've been telling you guys, this guy usually don't want no smoke with nobody in Andrade. And I'm just keeping it funky. He don't want to fight the best and be the best. He don't want to challenge himself. And he's notorious for pulling out of fights, though. He's notorious. He put out the Jamal Charlo fight. He called out somebody, and then, they didn't want to fight them, or the money line long enough for Lara, or it's this and that. It's always some situation. He don't want to pay his dues. He feels that since he was a highly touted amateur and Olympian, that he, beat Keith Thurman, he fought Sean Porter, and he see all these other guys getting success. He thinks he's entitled to the success. No, you have to earn it. Sean Porter earned what he got. Keith Thurman's earned what he got. All these guys, and then guys that's after him in the Olympic class, guys like Earl Spence, Clarissa Shields, Dominic Brazil, all these guys have earned what they got, and Andrade just wants to be entitled. He done lost the world title, gave it up due to inactivity, whatever it was. And this would have been a good opportunity to put himself in position for Triple G's IBF and a shot at Triple G. Derevyanchenko is the mandatory to Triple G after beating Torian Johnson. He's ready to put his mandatory up and fight Andrade and put it on the line. He's ready. And I haven't seen a lot of this guy Sergiy fight. I haven't seen a lot, so I can't speak on which way it would go. Andrade is one of the most talented people, pound for pound, talented boxers. And but if you got the feeling that you physically not ready, who am I to tell him that he's physically ready? Now, if he takes the fight down the line, it is what it is, but he does have a safety net. He has one more fight with HBO under his 3-fight deal, but maybe he didn't feel the timing was right. I'd have loved to see him fight 3 times in 1 year and stay active, but it wasn't in the cards, and hopefully next year they can do it in the first quarter. January, March, February, somewhere in there. I want to see Andrade coming back in May, June on the Canelo, Triple G, or Canelo, David Lemieux, Billy Joe Saunders card. I want to see this dude come back and fight 3 times a year, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think about it. We gone.